video for you tonight. It's a way that we have found to use our Harvest Right freeze dryer, and this is one of our favorite things to use the freeze dryer for. We are making yogurt bites, and we keep ours usually in a glass mason jar kind of a thing, ball jar.
Alright, this is how we do our yogurt. We buy just the store brand of yogurt from Walmart. This one is strawberry, and we have one that's peach. We have 4 of these little trays here, and all we do is, what I usually do is I put some of each flavor in 2 of these. So you just put these in here like this, spread them out, fill these little guys in with the yogurt like so, and then do the same thing with the peach. Here's the peach. Like I said, we only have 4 molds, and so we do 2 of each when we do this. So anyway, okay, so there you go. So we've got these guys done, and so now all we need to do is put this whole tray into the freezer and let them freeze, and then we'll be ready for the next step.
Okay, so these yogurt bites have been in the molds for a few hours and are frozen solid now, and I just pop them out of these silicone molds like this, and I like to pop them onto an empty tray just so that they're easier to pick up. And very quickly we've learned that you need to put these into a Ziploc bag and get them into the freezer, or otherwise they become just globs and they lose their shape. So yeah, we'll just put these into here and get them ready to refill with some more of our yogurt. So, well, as you can see, we had underestimated the number of trays it was going to take. So those 2-gallon size bags of Ziploc bags ended out doing 4 trays for us, with them being evenly spaced, or at least some air in between them. I see a couple places that we might even want to take the overfilled tray here and spread it around there. But then again, I can go sort of crazy and never be happy with how they're laid out. So we'll just call it good and get these in the freeze dryer. Our freeze dryer has cooled off. Right now it is showing 15 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's plenty cold enough to put these frozen yogurt bites in and still keep them in their shape. So I'm going to try to load this right now all by myself and get this started. Our plan is, in these super humid conditions that we've got going on in Florida right now, our plan is to let these go in the freeze dryer for the full time, but also then to, 2 more trays behind me here, our plan is to do a couple of more dry sessions, because when we've got this kind of humidity, that we're just going to have to allow for more time to get all the moisture out of them. But there we go, and we're good to go. It'll be probably at least 24 hours before these are done, and then we'll probably do at least 1 or 2 hour sessions. Now, as a reminder, since this freeze dryer is in our utility room, we've got a couple of fans going all the time when the freeze dryer is running, just little fans from Walmart. But the second one over there, that helps to cool the motor and those kinds of things. So we'll let this baby run for a long time and just sort of set it and forget it till sometime tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, we just took some of these out of the freeze dryer. This is what they look like on the trays. They've already been through the freeze dryer, and they are like little pieces of styrofoam. They're very lightweight, and these two that we have here are strawberry and peach flavored. We've discovered through trial and error that you have to get the yogurt that has the sugar in it, because if you don't, if you get like the Greek yogurt or something like that, it does not work. So this is just the Walmart brand of yogurt, and it's, like I say, it's peach flavor and strawberry flavor. And so so I'm getting ready to put these into the jars, and we just take these little jars and fill them up. You can use whatever size jar you want to. We like to use the smaller jars because it's a smaller amount to have to deal with at a time. If you put them in too big of a jar, then you have to either eat them or do something different with them. So we put these into these pint-sized jars, and then we put an oxygen absorber in each jar and seal them up, and they're ready to go. What I usually do is I usually fill all my jars first, and then go back and put the oxygen absorbers in each jar. I just stick the lid on here just to keep it closed up from the moisture until I'm ready to seal them up. Set that one aside, get another jar. We have found that having 2 of those large Ziploc bags full of these is enough to do 4 trays this size when we put them into the freeze dryer. Okay, I got another tray of these, and I'm going to continue just putting these into these jars. These make a very good snack. We really like these. I usually just kind of shake it a little bit to make sure they all settle into place. That way you can get more into the jar. When you fill these up, you got to make sure you leave enough room to get the oxygen absorber in the jar also. So that's the reason I'm leaving a little bit of room in there. Okay, what we do is we order these oxygen absorbers in packs. Carol buys a whole bunch of them at one time, and then we take them out of the little packs and put a few into one of the jars and seal it up. And then we can use them, and you don't have to keep sealing up the bag that they come in and all that kind of thing. And we just open the lid, take one of these little guys out of here, and these little absorbers come in different sizes, and so you can find them online and get whatever size you need. And one goes in there, and we just put one of these in each jar. Now, we got this little contraption here. I'm not real sure what you call this. Carol got this online. It is the neatest thing. It keeps you from having to use a vacuum sealer. If you don't have one, it's real convenient. And it works basically the same way as a vacuum sealer would. It comes with these little plastic things that go over the top like you would a vacuum sealer. This goes right on top. You push it down. And then this thing here has a little rubber gasket here with a hole in it. It's like a bicycle pump. And what you do is you put this on top of here and then push down on it real hard, right over the hole in the top. Push down real hard, and then you pump this, and you'll hear it clicking. Like so. I usually do it about 20 to 25 times just to make sure it's got enough seal. And then you just pull this off, and voila, it's sealed up. So then you can put your rings on if you use these, and it's done. Now that's ready to go onto the shelf, and it'll last for a very long time. That's the way we do this, and if you haven't done this before, look for one of these online. If we can find the company that we got them from, we can put a link on this video and you can find it and get one of these. They're inexpensive. I don't remember how much they were, but they weren't very expensive. And they work great. We love it. So anyway, so that's what we're doing with putting these yogurt bites in jars. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.